So the next palette I'm going to be using from the Ace Beauty Paradise collection is the Classical Paradise. I know I'm just like trying to get through all these palettes just so you guys can see what they look like. But yeah, I have nothing to say. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to subscribe and let's begin. Okay guys, so the first color I'm going to go into is Vegetation, that bright orange. And I'm going to be using an E35 brush from Sigma. I used to always go in with an E40 just so that first shade would be really diffused, but then I would have to add that shade like 3 more times to get it to really pack on. So now instead of doing that, I go into a more denser, firmer brush. It's kind of like the same blending brush, but it's denser and firmer. So with this, I just get immediate pigment and then I blend it out, compared to this where I blend it out in the beginning and I have to add like 3 layers to get it to be as pigmented as when I use this. So I always start off with packing that color right in the middle because I want that to be the most pigmented. I feel like it looks very heavy when there's a lot of pigment in the inner corner. You kind of want to keep that lighter. And plus when I do cut creases, it always erases that pigment. So I always want to keep that pigment mostly in the middle. So I pack it on a little higher than where my crease is. I used to pack it on like right there, but I noticed that every time I do my cut crease, it just erases all of that. So now I just pack it higher than usual. So I just tap on the color first, just to get the most pigment, and then I blend out the top of that color. I love this brush because it's dense enough to pack on the color, but it's also soft enough to blend it out. Okay, next I'm going to go in with an even smaller blending brush and the color Clay. My blending brushes just basically get smaller and smaller the closer I get to my lid. And what I like about this brush is that you can pack on your color 2 ways. You could pack it straight on like that, or you can pack it on from the side. So since I want to be precise with where I put the color, I'm going to pack it on straight like that. And then after I pack it on straight, then I'm going to turn it this way. So I'm going to pack it on with the brush being horizontal, and then when I want to blend that out and diffuse it, I'm going to turn it vertically. Again, I'm just going to pack that red horizontally. We're not blending just yet, we're just packing that on. And then to blend it out, we're going to flip it vertically. I'm pretty sure that's the only brush I can do that with. Okay, since we lost some of that orange, we're going to use that same first brush and add the Vegetation color. Okay, now we're going to go in with that darker red Soil and a pointed blending brush and putting that right below that red. I swear these are like the prettiest reds I've ever used. I'm really shocked that there's no carmine in here. Hopefully they're not lying. I doubt they're lying, but still. These are really vibrant reds. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Earth and the pencil brush, and I'm just going to put that on the outer third. Okay, so what I used to do when I did a glitter cut crease, I would go in and cut the crease with concealer, and I would fill in that space. Then I would pack it on with eyeshadow. Then I would add glitter glue, and then I would add the glitter. And that has just been way too much for me. I want to keep it simple. So now what I do instead of that is I get a winged liner brush and the concealer, and I would just draw a line of where I want that glitter to stop at. If you don't have hooded eyes, you don't have to do that. You can just pack on the glitter right onto your eyelids. So I'm just going to take Beauty Bakerie's Cake Face Concealer. And like I said, I'm just going to put this on as a line so I know where to end my glitter. I'm not going to fill in my eyelid. I'm just gonna grab a pencil brush to make that line cleaner. You can also get a makeup remover and a Q-tip and just clean off that eyeshadow if you want, just to make it cleaner. Okay, you don't have to use glitter. You could literally use any of these shimmers. I feel like any of them will look perfect with the red eye. I tested out all these shimmers on my lid and they worked out perfectly fine, except for this color Sunflower, this yellow shimmer, which sucks because I was so excited for that color. But yeah, you could use any of these shimmers. Let me just swatch them for you. Okay, so this is Barley. That would be such a pretty inner corner or brow bone highlight. That one's really pretty. I think that's my favorite shimmer in the whole palette. Okay, then we have Hay. I'm not flipping you off. Next we have Harvest. Whoa. See, if I wasn't using a glitter, I'd probably use that all over. But I just love glitter, I'm sorry. And now we have Mineral. Yeah, so these shimmers, they're so pretty and they do blend out perfectly, except Sunflower. These would all look pretty with this look, but I think Harvest would look the prettiest if you want to keep it in like that red tone. Okay, so this is Sunflower. I don't know if you could see that, but it's pretty patchy. Here, let's test this out here. It's pretty, I just think it was really light. I wish it was more like pow yellow. And it's funny because I bought this palette specifically for these three colors because I don't have anything like them, but they're actually the patchy ones. That always happens to me. Like when I buy a palette for a specific color, I usually end up loving all the other colors more than that color. Okay, I'm just gonna add some glitter glue to my lid. Okay, so for the glitter, I'm gonna be using Smolder Cosmetics in Autumn. This is such a pretty glitter and it's perfect because we're going for like a fall autumn theme. So again, I'm going to use a concealer brush and pack on that glitter glue and then pack on that glitter. I just like to put that glitter glue in my hand just so it doesn't get too watery. And then I'll just pack it on the brush and tap that on my lid. Such a pretty glitter. Okay, so again, the same thing. I'm gonna put the glitter glue right up to that concealer and then just pack it on. So now we're going to go back in with Earth and just use a winged liner or a small pencil brush just so we can outline right above that glitter. Okay, let's add some more of that orange color at the top. So I lost some of that earth color at the outer third, so I'm just going to add some more there. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how messy this glitter was. For the brow bone highlight and the inner corner highlight, I'm going to be using that color Barley. Yeah, I feel like that's the perfect inner corner highlight. Okay, so for lashes, I used xoBeauty's Gold Digger. Okay, now so for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with Clay. I usually like to use 1 or 2 colors for the lower lash line, and the first color I use is usually the lighter color, and I actually make that thicker than the darker color. So I'll bring that line pretty low. Well, at least that's low for me. And for the darker color, I'm just going to keep it as close as I can to the lash line. I'm not going to bring it as low as that first lighter color. So for the darker color, I'm going to be using Earth. And instead of blending that like what I did with this, I'm just going to tap it on. Okay, so onto lips, I'm going to be using Lime Crime's Wicked. I feel like some Latin pop singer. Okay guys, we're all set with the look and let's just talk about the palette. So final thoughts, I think all the reds I used were amazing. They all blended in perfectly. Same with the shimmers, just watching them, and I tried them on my lid the other day and they worked perfectly except this sunflower color. Actually these three are pretty like patchy, but I can live with that because I really like the rest of these colors, even though I bought this palette specifically for these three. But I'll try to find a way to use these three in the tutorial because I really want to use them. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think this is also a good palette, just like the pink one. And if you're more into like the warm tone kind of family, then you'd probably really like this palette. Okay guys, we're all set. I'm gonna go wash this makeup off because it's freaking hot. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.